Okay, my friends, it's time for piano. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our 40th Adults and Teens virtual piano lesson. This is incredible, you guys. It's been such a lovely time over the last, 13 months that we've been learning piano together. Amazing. It's so cool. And you have to celebrate that. You've worked so incredibly hard learning piano with me that you just have to be proud of yourself, okay? Before we get started, if you could do some things for me, like and share this video, right? Like all of those little things help me. I know you think it doesn't do anything, but it really does. It really does. It helps boost that algorithm, okay? Next, if you could subscribe, right? So I've got my little ditty right there, like subscribe on YouTube with some music notes. This is so easy. You're here already watching me, right? Just hit the button. It's a red big button right there. Hit subscribe, and that way you'll know about all the piano lessons that I have coming up, okay? Next, I operate on a Discord server, right? So our Discord server is our very positive and fun piano learning community where you're surrounded by your peers and you're able to get lots of amazing stuff done there. You're separated into your classes. You can get feedback from me. We have games, we have events, we have so much fun there on Discord, and I want to see you there. Just visit the campsite down below in the description, and there is an invitation link for you, okay? Wonderful. And finally, of course, I'm on Patreon. So I say it a lot. Patreon is that place where you make sure that this donation-based studio is taken care of and is able to keep going with this incredible piano lesson content that I keep bringing you every single week. So choose a tier that works for you between $5 and $90 a month if you're looking for some private lessons. And I have just, I think, a couple spots left. I just got a new student, so we're filling up quickly. So if you want private lessons, go ahead and visit patreon.com/IzzyChia. All right, thank you so much. Yay, let's get started. Okay, so last week we learned the second half of Chiapanecas on page 120 and 121, okay? So pull out your big book. Lovely, lovely. Turn to page 120. You'll see Chiapanecas, okay? Great song. Oh my gosh, it's tricky, but it's so much fun to play. It's a lovely song because it reviews those F major primary chords, right? Our 1 chord, our 4 chord, and our V7 chord. So amazing to learn these chords and have it applied in such a fun little song. So it's full of staccato. We have some amazing repeats of the first half and then again at the second half with a really cool ending, okay? So let's see if we can play this song together, okay? All right, let's give it a try. All right, friends, F major, okay? So that right hand finger 1 is starting on the F above middle C. And then my left hand pinky 5 is on my F below middle C, okay? Now it does say moderately fast, so I will give it a good count off, okay? We will be playing all of the repeats, including the first and second ending for the first half, as well as the first and second ending for the second half, okay? Here we go, you got this. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. There it goes. Wow, that was very good. I liked it. How do you think you did? Did you do good? I bet you did really well, okay? Now, the tempo we chose was not too fast, okay? Moderately fast was the recommended tempo. So I didn't want to go like crazy fast and play it super quick because then it can get overwhelming very quickly, okay? So a really good steady tempo. Chiapanecas, you did amazing. Let's keep this momentum going, okay? But first, give yourself a round of applause, right? So good, okay? If you remembered all of your B flats because of your F major, if you remembered those accent marks, if you remembered that consistent staccato in the left hand, then you mastered it, okay? Let's turn the page. So good. All right. Now, because we have been learning songs in F major, it's always important to go over that F major scale, right? You know, the one that I've told you to practice the last 3 weeks? I hope you've been doing that. We're going to be doing some practicing here with our F major scale, 1 octave, hands apart, and then we're going to try it hands together, okay? We will also be doing it in contrary motion, okay? That's kind of complicated, but we can absolutely give it a try, okay? Let's do this with our scales, okay? Now, actually, we're going to turn, if you need help with the F major scale, turn back to page 118, okay? And that will give you the fingering for the F major scale, the proper fingering, okay? Let's start with that right hand, and then we'll try the left, okay? You got this, okay? Here we go. F major scale, here we are. So that F major scale is fantastic. We will start with the left hand, low F, okay? And let's go do it slowly, repeated, and then we'll try it again more quickly, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. That flat sign on the B line is the B flat. So all of the B's will be flat. Hence the reason why my finger 2 is on the B flat on the keyboard, okay? Let's play the F major scale once more with repeats, but let's do it more quickly this time, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Faster. Give yourself a challenge, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Very cool. All right, so left hand. You've mastered that F major scale. Let's keep that going and do the right hand now, okay? Let's do it. All right, so back here in piano view, let's find our F above middle C. We'll put our finger 1 there. I already have my finger 4 ready to go on that B flat, so don't forget. All right, and the fingers for your right hand F major scale are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't use our pinky in this scale, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Excellent. Okay, so let's try it again, but a little more quickly. Okay, are you ready to speed it up? Let's give it a shot. Here we go. With repeats. 1, 2, ready, play. Very nice. Okay. Just because I like a challenge, let's do it one more time, okay? More quickly. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, and go now. Wow! Did you do it? Did you keep up? Yeah, it's so much fun to play scales. I know, like, scales sometimes get like a bad rap because it's like, they're so boring. I don't want to learn my scales. I mean, I hear that all the time from people that have grown up learning piano. You just have to make it fun, okay? And trust me, there are ways to make scales fun. Play them short, play them long, play them slurred, play them quiet, play them forte, play them staccato, play them legato, right? There's so many things you can do. You can even play them up an octave. You can play them down an octave. It's limitless, really. Scales are really, really fun, all right? Especially when you get them nice and quick. Now, let's see if we can make this a little more interesting and try to do it hands together, one octave, and then we'll try it contrary motion, okay? Let's give it a try. Here we go. If you're joining live, say hello, okay? Type a comment. I like reading them. I don't get them very often, but hopefully somebody will say hi or something. All right, so starting here with our F major scale. We'll take it a little slower because of the hands together, just more complicated, okay? Let's count off. 1, 2, ready, play. Let's get funky here. Let's do it contrary motion now. It's really bizarre, okay? I've moved my left hand up to the F below middle C because we're gonna be going out and then back in, right? Contrary motion. Think of like there's a mirror right here in the middle and you're going down or out and in, out and in, okay? It's like an accordion, okay? Finger 1 right hand still on my F. Now I've moved my left hand finger 1 thumb on this F below middle C, okay? Let's do it nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, play. Fantastic. Yeah, it really is a challenge, isn't it? Yeah, it's like our brains really have to think about where they're going, right? The right hand has a separate fingering than the left hand does, right? It's not like it's copying each hand. I know sometimes when you have scales in contrary motion, it's like a literal mirror, right? Where you're playing the exact same fingers as well in both hands. But that's not the case when you have the F major scale because of the B flat and how it intersects in the middle of that scale. All right, so very nice. Now, we've got to get our new song for the week now that we're nice and warmed up. So go ahead and turn to page 123, okay? And on 123, you will find the song Auld Lang Syne, right? This is a great song, right? It's so popular. It's the song to sing and play right at the strike of the new year, right? So we are very familiar with this piece. But before we actually jump into it, we've got to analyze a few things, okay? Let's look. What is the time signature of this piece? I see a 4/4 time, okay? So 4 beats a measure. What is the key signature? The key signature is found before the time signature, and I see a B flat there. So, which key has a B flat in the key signature? Well, we've been learning a lot about the F major scale, so it's probably going to be F major, okay? So write that at the top of your page. Next, we've got to see where our hands are going to be, right? So our left hand is going to be sitting, looks like right there underneath middle C, okay? And our right hand begins with the finger 1 on middle C. So that's pretty good. Now, we also see that our dynamic sign is a mezzo forte, so medium loud to begin this piece. Our tempo is moderately slow, not too fast, okay? You know, if you imagine people like singing for all acquaintance before God, you know, maybe they've had a few to drink on New Year's. They're not singing it fast. They're just barely getting through it. So you get to emulate that in your song a little bit, but hopefully with right notes. And we do have an incomplete measure to begin this piece because the pickup note should, middle C, matches up that missing beat at the very end of the piece. The last measure of the piece only has 3 beats or 3 counts, right? So that 3 plus the 1 at the beginning makes a complete measure, okay? Now, let's learn the right hand to begin, okay? Let's do it. I'll switch to piano view. And let's get started. Here we are. Good. So the right hand, like I said, starts with that right hand thumb, finger 1 on middle C. And it looks like we're going to stretch our finger 2 all the way up to the F. Okay? So I will go through and say a few note names. I'm not going to say all of them. Okay? I want you to start using the knowledge that you've gained from piano to start recognizing those notes on your own. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, ready. Or let me try that again. It's 4 beats. Hello, Izzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, and go. Very good work. Now, were you able to keep up at that tempo? You noticed I played it a little bit quicker than I typically do, right? Well, that's because as we start entering the realm of more advanced pieces, we're going to have to rely on instinct a lot more, okay? If you anticipate a large interval jump, I want you to really feel it. Stretch the hand up in anticipation of that, right? The phrasing of the song lends itself to some really nice long phrases. Anticipate that, right? As you're working through the songs, this will feel more natural to you as you're going through them, okay? Let's try the right hand again. Now, I'm not going to say any note names, okay? Focus on the rhythm this time around, as well as phrasing, okay? Okay, if you see legato, like really long slurs, make sure it's nice and slurred, okay? You got this. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Here we are. Right hand finger, one thumb on my C. And then I've got my finger to F all the way, ready, stretched up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, and go. Beautiful. Yes, it's coming together. I love this song. It's such a popular one to play too. Like just pop it out and surprise your friends on New Year's. Oh my gosh, I would like totally die. It's so cool. Now let's hop into the left hand, okay? You will notice the left hand is full of our primary chords. And you already know your primary chords. Remember, we drilled them so much in Chiapanecas. Yeah, so you know them. The 1 chord, the 4 chord, the B7 chord, back to the 1 chord. I had to sing it, right? All right, cool. Well, let's go through that left hand, okay? Here we go. So I'm such a goofball sometimes. I realize, like, after I do these silly things, I'm like, maybe that was kind of weird. That's okay. You guys, by now, this is lesson 40. You know how silly I can be. All right. 1 chord starting with our left hand. We have finger 1 thumb on our C, 3 on our A, and 5 on our F. Okay? Now, I'm only going to go through this and say my chord names, okay? And by chord names, those are the Roman numerals, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, fly. 1 chord. B7 chord. 1 chord. F, A, 4 chord. Rest. 1 chord. B7 chord. We've got a 4th with an F and B flat, and then an E and B flat, and then a 1 chord. 2, 3, rest. 1 chord, 1 chord, B7 chord, B7 chord, 1 chord, F, A, 4 chord, rest. 1 chord, B7 chord, 4th, 5th, 1 chord, C, F. Okay, so we jumped down an octave there at the end, okay? And we end with a nice fermata on our low F, okay? Beautiful. How did you do with your chords? Was it okay? Some of them surprised me. It was actually kind of funny. On line 3, that last measure, I was anticipating a whole note, and lo and behold, it's 2 half notes. So just that little rhythm switch was enough to like throw me off a little bit. It's fine. It's just a testament to at this level we need to start reading ahead more, right? And you can do that. You can totally do that. So as we're going through, let's try this again, the left hand. I'm not going to say any chord names this time. You're more than capable to do this song without that additional help now, okay? Give yourself a chance. Here we go. All right, lovely. Starting there in our F major, we have our finger 5, left hand on F, 3 on A, and 1 on C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. There's that left hand. Wonderful job on that, okay? Now, to close this lesson, let's play the whole thing hands together. Obviously, if you're not ready to play hands together, that's okay. Take this as a chance to analyze your music as I play it. Take a pencil, circle little things that you may have not noticed before. Write down those chord names, your Roman numerals if you need to, okay? Maybe circle all the B flats, right? Because we are in F major, okay? Take this time to analyze and work through your music, okay? You can do this. And I know when you're ready, you'll be able to play it along with me at next lesson, okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to put my hands in position. You notice I'm in butterfly middle C position. See, both my thumbs are on that C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, and play. Really good. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. That was so great. Okay, just imagine. Give yourself the time to practice. This is like such a good song. And imagine how it's going to be. Like, come New Year, if you can play this, like surprise everybody, like it's gonna be really good. Trust me. I mean, they're all drinking anyway. They're gonna be like, oh, that was amazing. I didn't know you could play. And you're like, well, it's nothing. But little did they know that it was actually a lot of hard work to get to this point, right? Gosh, I'm so proud of you guys. You're so wonderful. Now, that concludes our lesson, okay? Practice, practice, Auld Lang Syne. Practice those F major scales. Practice those primary chords so you're familiar and very comfortable with them, okay? Excellent. Now, couple reminders, okay? I'm on Patreon. Yay! Yay! I love Patreon. They're just such a wonderful platform for creatives like myself. They just make sure that they let the world know that there are creative people out there that want to make a living out of being creative, right? So consider this your invitation to join my special club, okay? That special club is on Patreon. And for a membership fee, right, to the club, you can be a part of the magic that I'm making here, okay? Choose something that works for you between $5 and $90 a month. And if you choose the $20 all access tier, I actually have a special offer going on right now that includes some really good stuff. A private, patron-only, patron's choice piano lesson that you guys will get to vote on. a shout out here on YouTube, as well as a custom designed full color enamel pin I'm going to be mailing to you all. So why not get the goodies and sign up? All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Next, of course, subscribe, right? That's the easiest thing that you can do here. Subscribing supports YouTubers like myself in giving us a really good insight to the numbers, right? If you like what I'm doing, the best and easiest thing you can do is subscribe, because that shows me that my lessons, my content is making an impact, and I'm answering the call of my audience, right? So join my audience. Thank you. And last but not least, I mentioned earlier, Discord, right? So if you want to take this to the next level and you want to start getting feedback from me and you want to interact with me on a daily basis, join our Discord server. It's a blast. We have a ton of fun. You get feedback from me on your piano playing, where you can post videos. We host events on Discord, like our Discord After Dark and our piano play dates for our little learners, as well as being separated into your class channels so you can interact with your peers, right? You can give each other encouragement. You can give them snaps, drop emojis, feeling good. Just make everyone feel super supportive. So if you want to be a part of that, definitely join Discord. I want to see you all, okay? Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, we end every lesson here with a quote, okay? Typically it's a music quote, but in this case, I expanded our realm here with a creative quote, because today's quote comes from the Spanish surrealist painter, Salvador Dali. And this is what he says: "Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it." Isn't that true? It's just mind-blowing, like his art, right? That statement, don't be afraid of perfection because you'll never get there. It's humbling to read something like that, right? Because, we have these ideas of what and who we want to be. And it's this idealized, up on a pedestal thing. But the more you think about it, the more unattainable that really is, right? You can get as close to it as you possibly can, but at what expense, right? Practice hard, work hard, but don't let it be at the expense of trying to realize something that's nearly impossible. You're worth more than that, right? Get to a point where you're satisfied and you feel good, right? And that is good enough for me. I hope you enjoyed that quote. That's a different one. Thank you so much for tuning into piano today. You rock. You did amazing. Keep practicing that Auld Lang Syne. I know I want to get those videos of Auld Lang Syne at New Year's next year. You better put it in Discord so I can watch. All your friends are going to be like, oh my gosh. All right. If you enjoyed piano today, I hope that it was lovely and super fun. I will see you all very soon, and have a lovely rest of your weekend, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.